Alright, so here we are over at the unboxing table. Now unfortunately I did mess the audio up first. I've done this, so I'm just going to pre-record the audio. So essentially they come in a little plastic pouch. Plastic's a bit of a no-no nowadays, but there we are, that's how they come. Little Ziploc bag, and again they come in a little plastic tray, all 6 of them. So here's the little instruction book. I do kind of like the little Pac-Man and Space Invaders and sort of Mario box that's on the front of the instruction book there. And also I quite like the way it's laid out the instructions, showing you how you actually attach these onto your controller. The clever thing about this is it's done mostly visually, so you can essentially, doesn't matter if you speak English or don't speak English, then you can follow these instructions just by a visual aid, sort of almost a bit like hieroglyphs in it years ago. So that's I give that a good point. So let's have a little look at these. So this is how you would go about attaching them. So you've essentially fold the skirt inside out. So you fold it right back, the little rubber skirt right back until it can't go anymore, and it'll just stay sort of like that on the end of my finger there. Take your control pad. Now we're going to try a few different control pads here just to see what this is compatible with, because on the blurb on the actual packaging it says Nintendo Switch Pro, PS4, PS5. So to start off, we've got the 8-bit Do controller, which is very similar to the PlayStation, the Nintendo Pro controller. So this is going to be the 8-bit Do to start. So we're going to try that on, and I'm just showing off the Control Freak here, but the Control Freak one just does not fit. It's the PS5 Control Freak thumbstick here, and it's not multi-controller usable. There's different sizes, and it won't fit on an 8-bit Do. It'll only fit on a PS4 controller, and the same, it won't fit on an Xbox controller either. They just keep popping off. So let's just see how well these Skull & Company or Skull & Co thumbsticks do over a range of different control pads. So here we go, let's try and stick this down on the 8-bit Do. Again, following the instructions, fold it all back, place it straight on the top, and then it's just a case of peeling the rubber skirt back down, and it should, first go, just fits lovely over. And there's a little bit on the 8-bit Do that you can turn it a little bit, but it doesn't make a difference really when you're using the game, playing the game. And it's well on there. It's not going to come off easily. It's stuck on there pretty good. So definitely a thumbs up for the 8-bit Do. We'll try now on a PlayStation 5 controller. So again, fold it back in. We're doing all this in real time, no messing about here. And again, fold it back on. And that's just checking to make sure it's on there nice and secure. And there's a much tighter fit on the PlayStation control pad, much harder to turn around, and again, great, fits lovely. Thumbs up for that one. So PS Resistance, can we get it to do all 3 different control pads? There's no point doing a PS4 control pad, because if it fits a PS5 controller, it'll fit a PS4 controller, simple as. So we're trying now the the Xbox controller. And again, I'm just showing that the Control Freak will in no way fit on that, but the Skull & Co does. So it's multi-useful, multi-functional piece of equipment. Again, fits lovely, no problems at all. And in fact, I think it fitted the Xbox one slightly better than it fitted the 8-bit Do, but it did fit all 3 fine. So now, what about the actual feel of the rubber? So the Skull & Co comes with like 2 of them are textured edges. The other one then is just more of a plain low top finish, a flat edge, and then of course you've got the 2 risers there as well. Now at the top, to be fair to the Control Freak, they have a very grippy rubber, and also they're quite a bit bigger, but these are the PS5 ones. I don't know if the Xbox ones are slightly smaller. I haven't got Xbox ones to compare, but the rubber on the Control Freaks is, I'll have to admit it is superior to the Skull & Co. Now the Skull & Co are good, the rubber is very grippy, and it's way better than these silicone ones, which are quite almost slimy feeling, or quite slippy feeling, but especially if your hands get a little bit greasy and a little bit sweaty, they slide off the silicone ones. But they come a very close second. They're not perfect, but they're a bit like I would say they're a little bit like rubber tyres on a car, the Control Freaks. They do have that superior quality to them, but the Skull Company ones are a good second best, just as the initial feel there from the start. So I'm quite pleased with how it managed to fit on all 3 controllers. And again, you only get 2 in a pack on Control Freaks. You've got 6 in a pack on the Skull Candies, and they were cheaper overall. So just bear that in mind, but you can actually set up three separate controllers. With the Control Freaks, maybe you can set up 1 controller with 2, or 2 controllers with just 1 stick on each. Right, so just out of context, this is how I'm going to use or review them. I'm going to have them on 2 separate controllers, one on the 8-bit DOE and one on the Xbox controller. And on the right hand side, I'm going to put the taller thumbstick, simply because that gives you a little bit more control for first-person shooters. And on the left side of the thumbstick, or the thumbstick on the left-hand side, I'm going to put the shorter, the cap, and that's what I'm going to do with both of these. So the 8-bit DOE and the Xbox controller, the long stick will be on the right, and the short thumbstick will be on the left. And this is essentially how I use my Control Freak, the ones on my controllers for the Control Freak on the PS5.
Taking a look at these thumb caps here from Skull & Co. You get various different sizes with the package. They feel really nice. You can see the thumbstick. This is kind of the original PlayStation style, and then they have kind of a newer style. They both feel really good. They have options for both in the package, and you can also see that the purple color matches the purple controller very well. So, great pick.